Welcome to 11.6 evens, volume of the spheres. So let's get started. So first things first, the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So it's kind of a weird formula here. 4/3 pi r cubed. And so what we're going to do is use that for this problem. And here it says diameter or radius. We want to make sure that we have the right one. And in this one it is just the radius, so it's pretty easy. So we just plug it in. 4/3 pi, radius is 10 cubed. I'm going to show you the math I do on my calculator for this. So 10, you can do 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, but I have this little up function button right here. So I put it to the third power, and I just do that. So I evaluate that part first, and then here I'm just going to multiply by the number 4, and then I'm going to divide by the number 3. So I literally just go multiply that by 4, so that's 4,000, then divide by 3. And my calculator gives it to me like this, so I just go like that, and then, alright, 1333.3, and then pi. Now, that's how I'd like you to leave your answer on the goal formative. So just round to the nearest tenth right there and put a pi on, and that would be sufficient. Or if you want, you can multiply that by actual pi button on your calculator, and that would be approximately 4,188.8. Okay, so just leave your answer in terms of pi. So I prefer this answer, but if you don't, then you could do the other one. Alright, so this is like just plug it in and you're good to go. So next one, same thing, 4/3 pi r cubed. R in this case is 3. And so we do 3 cubed, 3 to the third power, which is going to give me 27. So we get 4/3 pi times 27. And this is where I just multiply that top by the top number of 4 and then divide by 3. And so that gives me 36 pi. That one goes in nice and neatly. Okay, so number 2 and 4, there you go. These next ones, find the volume, same exact thing. So depending on what we're given here, 4 is a radius, so we're going to plug straight in 4/3 pi 4 cubed. So 4 to the third power. And I'll show you off the screen. 4 to the third power, 64, then multiply by 4. Divide by 3, and we should get 85.3 pi. Number 8, here we go. Number 8, we have 9, so this is going to be 4/3 pi 9 cubed. 9 to the third power, it's going to be 729 times by 4, divide by 3, and we get 972 pi. Make sure you put the pi on. If you don't leave the pi, then the answer is wrong, so make sure you leave it in terms of pi. Okay, number 10, this time 9 is the diameter, so we're going to get 4/3 pi 4.5 cubed, and to get half of 9 is 4.5, which is our radius, so we got 4.5 raised to the third power, which is going to give us this number here, multiply by 4, and then divide by 3. And so we get 121.5 pi. Alright, halfway through the worksheet, actually over halfway. 11 through 12 I think are the more challenging ones. And it says, given the circumference, find the volume. Well, to find the volume, we really just need pi. And so radius. So volume, as long as we have radius, we can solve. And circumference is just this. So if I actually use this formula, I can pull the radius out of the circumference. So this is 26.062 equals 2 pi r. Well, all I have to do is divide by 2 pi to get my r value. So I'm going to actually show you how to do that in the calculator. So we're going to get 26.062. I'm going to divide by 2. I like to do it in 2 steps. And then divide by the pi button. And so that is roughly my radius. So my radius is about 4.147. Now I'm sneaky because I know that's going to go right over here, but I'm just going to leave it in my calculator. I'm automatically going to raise it to the third power. So that's going to take that 4 point whatever, raise to the third power, and I get 71.36. Then I'm going to multiply it by 4, divide it by 3 like we were doing before, and we get about 95. And this is round your answer to the nearest whole number, so I'm going to do 95 pi. I still want it in terms of pi, or we can multiply by pi, and you'd get about 299. So either one of those two would be a sufficient answer. Okay, but yeah, we have to find the radius by dividing that 2 pi. So once we get the radius, then we can use the radius right here in our formula. Okay, to find the answer. So 14, doing the same thing. We have 2 pi r and volume 4/3 pi r cubed. And so we get 2 pi, this is going to be, r, not r squared. Ugh. Let's try that again. 2 pi r, and so instead of c is what I meant to write, 50.24 equals 2 pi r. And divide by the 2 and the pi. So this is where I bust out the calculator, and I type in a 50.24. So we got that. Divide by that by 2 first, and then divide by pi. We do 2 separate stages. So I get 7.995. So approximately r is about 8. But I'm going to get real specific here, and I'm just going to leave it in my calculator, and I'm going to raise that number to the third power. Hit enter. So it's very close to 512. And we're going to multiply it by 4, and then divide by 3. And so we get 681, or probably 682 since we're going to the whole number, pi. And then if we were to multiply that by pi, we get 2, 1, 4, and 1. So one of those two answers would be sufficient for this problem. Okay? And last but not least, number 16, a sphere has the given volume, find its radius and nearest whole number. So we know what the volume formula is. It's 4/3 pi r cubed is our volume. So instead of volume now we're just going to write 750. So we kind of have to work this problem backwards. So this we can actually multiply by the reciprocal, and it will cancel that out. And then we have to do that over here. So basically, I want to take 750, and I want to divide it by 4 this time, and multiply it by 3. And that will give us 562.5. Now I have to get rid of pi, so I divide by pi. So I just divide that number by pi, and I get 179.04. Notice I'm leaving everything in the calculator. I'm writing it out, but mainly just leaving it in the calculator. And to get rid of the r cubed, I need to cube root this. So you guys remember that, hopefully from algebra. But we can cube root this, and this will just give us r. And so I have that number in there, so you find your cube root function, which is right there. And then I hit the answer button to put that 179 back in there. And you get 5.6. So in round to the nearest whole number, it's going to be about 6. Here, if you put 5, I would give it to you as well. Okay? I'm going to just show you real quick with the other calculator how we would do that. Real quick, let's go ahead and see. So if I want to take this number and take the cube root of it, here you see above the square, you see the square root, but we're going to look for the cube root. Now this button actually doesn't have a cube root button itself. It has this x square root. So what you're going to do is you're going to type 3 first, and then you're going to hit second to the caret sign right there, that little up arrow. So you're going to click that one. Okay, so that means 3 is the root that you're going to be doing. And then you just type in the number 179.049 and hit enter, and you still get the 5.6, which we're just going to round to 6. Okay. Alright, that is the worksheet. That pretty much sums it up. Volume for a sphere is pretty easy because we only got one thing going on. So anyways, hope that was useful, and I will see you guys.